Esme just told me that she's taking Ace and moving into a new apartment.
We can talk about it at your grandmother's apartment.
You were gonna stay home. I just don't understand why you're leaving all of a sudden.
It's not all of that sudden.
What would be the point in you leaving?
Because Ace and I need to get away from you.
And when I come to you with this, saying that I am literally losing my baby brother, all you can say is finally.
Snap out of it! This fantasy that you and Esme have of playing house is a dream come true.
I think it's the perfect place for me and Ace.
Cancel it. You're not taking Ace anywhere.
My job is to make decisions for him. Yeah, and that's what mothers do.
Yeah, when they're on their own. But Esme, you don't have to be. I'm more than willing to step up and help you take care of him.
He is your brother, not your son. Esme doesn't have to share custody. You're Ace's brother, not his father.
I understand that, and I'd really like to stop hearing about that from people like you and everybody else.
You've heard this before?
Yes, I get it. From a legal standpoint, Esme has the final say.
Well, let's unpack this, Spencer. The only way that you get to be Ace's father is if you're with Esme in a relationship. If you two are a couple, then you get to raise him together.
You're gonna take Ace and leave because you don't want him growing up thinking that the three of us are a family?
That's right. Because the longer that the three of us live together, the harder that's going to be on Ace when it ends, and it's going to end.
What makes you say that?
Because it has to, Spencer. Sooner or later, you're going to want to spend all of your time with someone. You can't have that life and Ace.
Why not? Esme, you and I do not need to be in a romantic relationship for me to commit to Ace. Or do you? Seemed like you had your hands full while I was away.
It's time for this now.
I'm happy to put him down. We could put him to bed together. We are a team. We're just not a romantic one.
You know what? That all sounds great. Spencer, so let's go for it. Yeah, why don't we get a nice little house somewhere for the four of us?
For the four of us.
Yeah, you, me, Ace, and Trina. I'll bet she'll think this is a wonderful
Esme.
No, you come on. The longer I live in that apartment with you and your grandmother, the longer I'm putting my life on hold. And that's not fair to me, and it's not fair to Ace. You aren't the only one who deserves to have someone special in your life, Spencer.
So this isn't really about Ace at all. Jeez, I didn't realize that you were so desperate to find someone new. I met you and you really listened to me, and you took an interest in my life, and you didn't just tell me what I wanted to hear, because I'm a Cassadine. And I started to depend on you, more than I think you knew. But it was all, none of it was real. And you were manipulating me the entire time. You were my first love. And you were just using me. And Esme doesn't remember. Which is truly the worst part.
Why?
Because it means that I'll never know.
Spencer. Y'all, Esme really liked you.
Ace is your little brother. You want nothing but the best for him. But you really don't help him if you deny the reality of the situation.
The reality is that I'm gonna do what I can for him.
The reality is, you and Esme no longer have anything in common except Ace.
But you and Esme are not a couple, right? And you're not ready to commit yourself to Esme. So what's best for Ace is that they make this change now, before he's old enough to remember that things used to be different.
You're wrong.
And as your lives diverge, and they will, you may have to accept a reduced role in Ace's life.
I don't accept that. I also really love my little brother. And I know in my heart that he needs to be in my life.
He will always be in your life, just not in the house.
No. Because that would be abandoning him. And you know I'm not gonna do that.
Well, you know what the solution is for that. But where does that leave us?
Trina, don't ask me to choose between you and Ace. You're not gonna like the answer.
Don't worry. I'll save you the trouble.
I am desperate to start my life again. Look, and I don't have to defend myself to you or anyone else. I am going to do what's right for Ace, and yes, what's right for me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Is this your baby?
Possibly. Looks like a Cassadine.
Nicholas has told me the truth. You're not the father of my son, he is.
Right, I just thought that since I opened the door and I let in Esme.
And I don't wanna let go. No, I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go.
Take it from here.
You're back.